Tom MacDonald, an investigation. So Tom MacDonald is a base level. Tom MacDonald is a musical artist who has recently found his way into the press by releasing a lot of songs that are proudly, abashedly anti-social justice warrior, anti-PC culture. You know, the usual thing where like right-wingers try to be like shock jocks and edgy by, you know, like making fun of gay people or something like that. You know, the usual.
Fucking cool, bud.
But he released a song called, let's call it a song. He released it called No More Snowflakes. And it has all these other different like refrains and beats and all these other different marks about, you know, trying to be an edgelord all the time. You know, like, I guess these lyrics are really cool if you're 14 years old in high school and you're jealous that the cheerleaders won't go out with you because you talk about Ben Shapiro too much. But like, whatever, that's fine. Speaking of Ben Shapiro, his website, The Daily Wire, gave him this full out like editorial thing where they're like, he's cutting edge, he's avant-garde, he's like, trending so nicely. He's like record-breaking artist. He's like topping all these charts. But I'm like, wait a minute. Who the fuck is Tom MacDonald?
Hold your who the fuck is Tom MacDonald? Who is this? Who? We've never heard of him, nothing else. You just try to prop something that you like and enjoy because somebody didn't lick your left ball in high school.
Yeah, like it's very obvious that Ben Shapiro was not bullied enough in high school. This is what happens. But you do a little bit more of digging into Tom MacDonald, and you realize that he has some extremely organic press. And by that I mean, anytime you Google Tom MacDonald, you get a bunch of PR newswires from websites that release press releases for people. So press releases are just when a company wants to tell the public exactly what they want to say on their terms. No journalist going, well, what about this? This doesn't seem right. It's like, no. The company gets to say what they want to. And so you have a number of self-released press releases that are filling the internet with Tom MacDonald that are kind of basically to hype him up. For example, one is called Ready to Break the Internet Again. Tom MacDonald trolls snowflakes with controversial new single and music video. You see, there's a bunch of buzzwords in there.
Of course.
It's like control, snowflakes.
It's just so boring. It's hilarious.
Let me tell you how you can tell this is not written by anyone who is like either in touch with pop culture, like under the age of 20,
music,
or under the age of 25. Los Angeles PR Newswire, June 4th, 2021. Even as summer gets ready to heat up, Tom MacDonald is as ice cold as ever. The independent rapper, internet-breaking firebrand, and counterculture force of nature unleashes his new single and music video entitled Snowflakes. On the track, clean guitar and keys glide above with a tense beat as he serves up the kind of bars the phrase trigger warning was made for. As usual, he takes no prisoners. Hypersensitivity and hypocrisy fall square into his verbal crosshairs as he rails, quote, blaming capitalism like that's the reason things are tough, while you tweet from an iPhone and sip on a Starbucks. Oh, roasted.
These people never get out of the mentality of being a 7th grade, like, awkward dude who doesn't know what to do with his penis.
Can I note just one last really important thing here?
Yeah.
Tom MacDonald, who has quite a lot of really well thought out opinions about American culture, is a goddamn Canadian.
Yep.
All right? So we have Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire, big old American conservative freedom to you and me, propping up a Canadian independent musician who's, I didn't get to this part because I did more investigating. He spent $100,000 on an NFT from Eminem just so he could rap over one of his beats. Telling Eminem, oh, you're one of my idols, you're one of my icons, you're so great, I love what you do.
Here's $100,000 so I can rap on your beat.
Hey, what can I say? White recognize white. The sad,
you're from Michigan, I'm from Canada, you know, it's a close relationship, you know?
The sad thing is, and I am gonna dunk on someone because they absolutely deserve this. There was someone at Hip Hop DX who legitimately, Brandon Caldwell, who is a complete idiot who shouldn't be a musical reporter, who needs to stop what they're doing right now, who was baited into actually writing an article about this guy. This guy's desperate. All he's doing is PR news articles about himself, and you do a write-up of him because he's desperate and trying to get attention. He's not controversial. He's not triggering anyone because no one knows who the fuck he is.
And nobody gives a fuck. Except random conservative dweebs on the internet.
Yeah. The only reason I went this far into it is because on PowerPoint in my political world, on my day job, I do a lot of things where I'm like analyzing what are the words that conservatives are saying and are any of them real, down to how they even market and brand themselves. And the answer is no. So what's the word for a Canadian who tries so hard to be an American they check their dignity at the border? I don't know, Justin Bieber?
Drake?
The Toronto Maple Leafs?
The inverse Austin Matthews? Who else? Steven Crowder?
Yeah.